Okay, in this example, we will find the domain and range given a graph. Now, a few things. Let me, if you have lines like this, you assume they go on forever. So think about having arrows on the end like this. Okay, they go on forever. If there's not a dot, they go on forever. Okay, now remember, the x-axis is here, right? And the y-axis is here. Okay? And the domain, again, are the x values. So I'm looking here, and I'm checking to see, are these x values on this graph here? Are they used to produce this graph? Basically, think about taking this line and flattening it out. And you'll be able to see that they're all covered. Watch. If I take this, I trace it in green here. There's that line, right? Now if I flatten that out, bring this down here, look at that. Flatten the line, the green line out, and there I go. I'm covering the whole x-axis, aren't I? See, that's because every x value gives you a point on this graph. Every x value does, right? Every x value gives you a point on that graph. So this point right here has a point on the graph. See, it's way up here though, right? Look, because that thing goes on forever. To the left forever, to the right forever. So we say the domain in this case is from negative infinity to infinity. That's the domain. Okay. Now what's the range? The range again, go towards the y-axis. So if you take this, if I sketch it again like this, now if I sandwich them together, right? Sandwich them together, this is the line I get right here. So where does it start? It starts at 0 and goes up to infinity, right? Up to infinity. So it starts at 0, range, starts at 0, goes to infinity. And that's the range. Okay? It's the y values that were hit. Let me erase some of this. The y values were hit were 0 to infinity. Okay? There we go. Let's look at another example. Again, on this one, they go on forever and ever. Now, it's not straight up. Look, if it was straight up, it'd be straight along this line, but it's not. It's to the right just a tad. So again, now look, of course, these x values produce this, right? So we have this portion, and then that. These x values here produce this little graph, so we're good for this. Now remember, this goes forever to the right. The arrow means to the right forever, as well as up. So it produces all of these x values are used, these x values are all used to produce this graph. Okay? So you can see that every x value you encounter will be on this graph, on this red line. This x value right here is right there with that y value, right? Because they're points. All of these are points on there. This is really looking like Christmas, isn't it? Should have picked some other colors. Oh well. They're all points. Alright, so the domain, let me erase all this so then I can get back. The domain, the domain will be from negative infinity to infinity on this example. Okay, put my arrows back. Alright, now let's look at range. Well, squish these together. Remember, go through the whole graph and squish it together. What y's are produced? Well, this y is produced here and here. So we have all of these produced. Is a y value produced? Yes. Look at these y values are produced. I'm just looking at what's produced until this one. There are no y values produced under that. And what number is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Negative 4. So my range is from negative 4 up to infinity because the arrows go up forever, right? All these are on there. Okay? Next example. Alright, this one's different. Let's look at this. See, we have arrow to the left, no arrows, there's open dots, arrow to the right, right? Alright, now domain again. Domain are what x values create these. This is a little tougher, but look at this x value is here, closed circle, and all of these, right? All of this lines up with all of this. Alright? Now all the way to this dot, right? Okay, now this is open circle because I need to be a function, so it doesn't include here, but it's already included here. That's fine. But then again, what x values create this? From here to here, and that's an open circle. But luckily, look at down below, we have a closed circle, so it is positive 1 does have a point, see, negative 2. And negative 1 does have a point, 3. So I can keep going forever. Actually, look at that. The domain, again, Here is all real numbers, but look at how many pieces there are. But that's because every x has a value on one of these lines, right? There are no holes as I go left or right. I don't see a hole. As I go up or down, are there holes? Yeah, look at the holes here, right? And here. But the domain, okay, the domain is negative infinity to infinity. Every x produces something on this red line, right? Has a y associated with it. Now the y's are up and down. Now let's look what's produced. You got to think of what y values are produced. What y value is produced for this? Just 3, right? Just 3. It's just 3. That's it. What y value is produced for this? Just negative 2. Okay? Then we go up, and then it starts here, but it's not produced. It doesn't produce a negative 1. There is no negative 1 for y. So open circle, right? And it ends here with an open circle. So it produces all of these guys, though, in between, right? Because look at as we go up, there's y's and all of those. All right, so now we'll write the range. It's kind of different. The range is, well, we produce a negative 2. Okay, oops, negative 2. So all by itself. Then we produce from negative 1 to 1, right? From negative 1 to 1. Then we produce all by itself 3. So you notice I need these unions. 3. The curly brackets right here are for when you list a single element or more than one element where you can count them. So I can count negative 2. It's all by itself. This is the interval notation where it says from negative 1 to 1. So then I had to list another single. See, single, negative 2, whole bunch, single again. So that's the range. Next example. Go ahead, put our arrows on the one edges where they go forever. Okay, dot, circle, circle. Let's look at the domain. Domain starts here and goes this way forever, right? Look, all those x values are used. Domain goes from here and here forever. All those x values are used. The domain starts here but doesn't start right at negative 1. It starts an open circle. Used. All these are used, and open circle, right? See, now look at all the green are where our domain is. Now we write the answer. There's open hole here. Negative infinity, right? Up to 2. That's 2 on the x-axis. Negative 2, excuse me. Including union with this portion from negative 1 to 1. Another hole, so I need a union. And what does it start at? It starts at 2. And it's including the 2, where it didn't include the 1 or the negative 1, and it goes to infinity. That's the domain. Those are all the x values that are used. The only ones that aren't are from negative 1 to negative 2, and from 1 to 2, right? In between there. Okay, range. Range is up and down. Pause this and erase those things. Okay, let's look at up and down in the range. Now look at here. Let's go from this. 1 is not included, so but everything below it to here is, right? Because look at that's produced, that's produced, that's produced for y. All these are produced for y. They're repeated. Okay, so that to here, solid dot. All right, solid dot here, right? And solid dot here. So they're produced, they're already produced. That's fine. Is this y produced? Yes, all of these y's going down are produced. So look at, they're all the way down into infinity down this way, right? So basically there are no gaps here. Kind of looks like there might be a gap because of this, but as you follow the y's down, it's produced. 0 is produced, so is 0.1, so is negative 1, so is all the ones below it, and the ones above it up until 1, right? So my range is actually just one item here. It goes from negative infinity up until 1, but it does not include the 1, right? All of these y values are produced here, up until here, and one's not because they're open circles. Last example. Put our arrows on our last example here, right there, and look at domain. All right, hopefully this one's easy now by this point. You see the red line? Are there any holes or anything? No, look. All these x values are covered. All the x values are covered in, right? They're produced on this graph. So, easy one. What about the y values? Well, the y values start here, right? That's the lowest point right there on the y-axis. And then are these y values, look, they're produced, but then it just goes off this way, but still goes up, right? Do we need to care about this goes left? No, because it's right here, they're the same. 1 is 1, it's already counted. So I'm just looking at this one because it keeps going up. The other one keeps going left, but that just means 1. This all just means 1 on the y-axis, right? See, look left here, 1, that's covered, it's covered. Then it keeps going up, so it must go up forever from 0. So my range is 0 to infinity. Alright, hope that helped. And remember, the x-axis is always the domain. What x points are used to create this graph? And the y's are the range, what y's were created from those x's.